Good day everyone, Doomwave's back here with another video. Now this video is going to be somewhat of a mixed bag of sorts. I've got a lot of different things I want to show, mostly pickups, and then a friend of mine dropped off some games he wants me to play, and I'm hoping he forgets them and just leaves them at my house. I don't think it'll happen, but hey, a guy can dream, can't he? Okay. First off, I want to show something that I'm going to open at the end of the video, but I got a package today from Grubgun. We did a trade, and he even put a little Luigi sticker on there. Very cool. And I'll open this up here coming up in just a minute, but I want to start out with some pickups. None of the actual pickups, besides the package, are games. And only one of them is game related. So that's why this isn't really going to be like a pickup video like my other ones. I'm just going to show this stuff off. Kind of a geeky set of stuff here. First off here is something that I find very interesting that I found this in my town. My town is very small and lacks a lot of culture in a lot of areas. So when I find a Japanese manga book in there, it's pretty weird. I did find, I obviously can't read it, some sort of Pokemon manga at this place, and yeah, it's very colorful. I mean, it is a manga, but obviously I can't read it, so hopefully I can find somebody who wants this. I just thought it was cool to buy, and it was dirt cheap too. I want to say like a buck or two, you know, not very expensive. So I went ahead and picked that up, and yeah, some other geeky stuff here. We got I picked up a couple of audiobooks on cassette on a whim. One of them is Elephant Man. I thought this one was kind of cool. I like the artwork. The case opens up like so, and got two cassettes in there. I know, not many people are going to care about that, but I do. Quite cool. And biography channel of, it's just one cassette, an AE audiobook biography of John F. Kennedy. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I bought that. And VHS tapes, as you know, if you're familiar with my channel, I buy a lot of VHS tapes because they're really cheap. At the thrift store, they're 4 for $1. I bought 5. The first 4, I've only bought all 4 of them because it was a set of 4. And it's Critters. I'm kind of a closet crappy horror movie fan, so I bought Critters, Critters 2, Critters 3, and Critters 4 for some strange reason. Probably because they were cheap. If they weren't cheap, I probably wouldn't have bought them. Next up, the 5th movie I bought at the thrift store is Alien 3. I love Alien, and I like Alien 3 too, even though a lot of people don't. I love Aliens, actually. And last year, VHS, it's the sequel to 2001. It is 2010, the year we make contact. I've never seen either one of them, actually, so kind of torn whether I want to watch this or try to find the other one. But it's in this cool big box. I don't know. It kind of opens up like that. And it's got the film inside, of course. And I did pay $1 for this. So, kind of cool. Big box VHS 2010. And last thing that I actually picked up today. This I actually have no interest in, per se. I don't know. It's a Star Trek item. I like Star Trek. I'm not like a huge Trekkie, but this would be kind of cool for someone that is a Trekkie, I guess. And it is a paper model of the Enterprise. It was $1, so I bought it. So I could send to somebody. If it was actually like, a real model, I might take the time to put it together. But since it's a paper model, I'm not sure. I actually not positive if all the pieces are in here. I think so because it feels brand new. Let's open it up, and we'll just find out live and in person. I'm I'm pretty sure this thing's brand new. It's got the Destructions and a book of some kind. So it was like the history of Star Trek of some kind. Pride of the Fleet. Feels brand new. And it does come with this cool little LED light thing that goes in the machine. And it is used. Because all the stuff has been taped together and things. Well, it looks like they started to put it together and then they lost interest because the rest of it is still on the little sheets. So I don't know. It ain't worth anything, and not worth anything to me. So I picked it up on a whim just to see if I had any friends that wanted it. So there you go, a USS Enterprise model. The book is actually probably the coolest thing in the box. So the book was actually probably worth the price of admission. So there you go. Okay, next we have the games that my really good friend, a friend from my childhood who watches my YouTube channel, is also here on YouTube, and he caught wind of our last podcast, and my last video in the podcast, another gaming podcast, and he listened to it, and he came over afterwards and told me to play some things. He dropped off 6 games for me to play, and I've kind of tried out a few of them, and yeah, I'm excited to get going with the rest of them. And before I say anything, this is the friend that he'll probably get mad at me, probably not, but I've mentioned on occasion, we all have that one friend growing up who has all the video games, and this is that guy. This is the kid that had the games, and some of these games are those. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I dropped off one Game Boy Advance game. It is Castlevania Circle of the Moon. I think he said that this is actually his favorite Castlevania game, which is pretty cool, so I'm anxious to try that, and I like playing GBA games, so I will give it a shot. Next up is a game that I'm still not sure I can get into, just because of the controls, and I own this game on the PlayStation, but he dropped this off. It's an N64 version of it. It is Resident Evil 2. Not positive still after trying it out the other day. Still not positive I can muscle through it because the controls are just so for me. And to go along with that, he dropped off the director's cut of Resident Evil 1. I'm thinking that the controls are probably pretty similar, but I haven't tried them yet. And he dropped this off, and we had a good conversation that night. We sat and talked for a while, and he said he used to play the demo of Resident Evil 2, like maybe even more than he played the first Resident Evil director's cut. So yeah, he said to try this out, and I'll give it my best shot. Next up, he brought over Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver for the Dreamcast. Tried this out for a little bit the other day. This one is a pretty cool game. I'll probably put some time into this one. Still not positive about the Resident Evils. But I did really enjoy my time with this so far, and I only played about a half an hour. But I can see that it's going to be a game that I really like. And next up, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin for the DS. I've played this one a little bit too, just because it's been so long actually since I played a DS game. When we brought this over, I was kind of excited. Although I just got Phantasy Star Zero the other day, I just really wasn't looking to get into a handheld RPG right now. So I went ahead and put this in, and yeah, I'm liking it a lot. So I need to pick up some of these Castlevania games I've been missing out on, and DS games in general for that matter. And lastly here, he dropped off Killzone 2 for the PS3 because he knows I just got one. So he brought this over, and yeah, and I played a little Battlefield 2. I actually just got that. My last pickups video, I showed it, and it hadn't sent it to me yet, and they sent it to me the other day, and I got it. So, been playing some Battlefield 2, and haven't tried out the Killzone 2 yet, but I will get to that. Alright, now the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the package from Mr. Grubgun himself. I am going to use a knife to open it up. So let's not show my address and his address yet. But it does say note enclosed, and it does have a little Luigi sticker, which is pretty cool. So let's open up this bad boy. I know what's in here, but y'all don't. So, okay, I found the note. Very creative. Doom Waves. I might have to like take a picture of that and have my wife like Photoshop it and make me a logo out of that bad boy. Feels like my birthday, like a birthday card in here. I've got confetti, and they're they're Nintendo stickers. Awesome. Confetti when I opened it up. It says, "Hey, thanks for being involved in another epic trade. Hope you like the games. That they got you okay. Have some bonus stickers as well. Thanks, Grubgun." Ah, man. Your package is on the way, man. I sent it out a couple days ago, and you should be getting it very soon. Thanks a lot, man. That's cool. That made my day. Stickers. Are they from Sticker Star, I wonder? Okay. There's nothing else in there. I think so. Alright. He sent me, for my newly acquired PlayStation 3, an exclusive. It looks pretty awesome. He actually sent me the second one, too, in this series. I'm still missing the first one. He sent me God of War 3. Very cool, man. Thank you very much for this. I'm pretty excited to play the God of War series. I'm actually thinking about not playing the first one just so I can play the second one and get on with the third one. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then this one, I'm very excited to get this one because if you watched one of my last pickup videos, I don't think it was this one, but the one before, I picked up a game that I couldn't play because it was in Japanese, and the guy sends me a comment or a message or something and says, "Hey, I have that game." You do. Dissidia Final Fantasy for the PSP. Now, oddly enough, I think this is still not the NTSC version because it has the stuff in French. I think sometimes in Canada the games are also in French, but I'm pretty sure the games itself is in English. I'm really hoping because that will mean that I can play it. I'm very excited to play this game. I don't know, the opening cutscene of the game is amazing. I did watch that on the Japanese version, and I managed to plug my way through a little bit of the game, very, very little of the game in Japanese, just because you just mash buttons and eventually you'll get to go somewhere. But I couldn't understand what was going on. I couldn't follow the story at all. So I'm very, very, very happy to get this. And I've also heard that the other game, Dissidia 012 or 012 or whatever it's called, this game is unlockable on that one. So somebody in my last video where I was talking about this game mentioned that I could just get that one and beat it and then unlock this one. But we were already in the process of the trade, and I was more than happy to send him what I did. And be on the lookout for Grubgun's video of what I sent him, because I'm sure he'll do one. If you're not subscribed to Grubgun, please go subscribe to Grubgun. He's an amazing dude and picks up a lot of amazing stuff. So that's about it. Like I said, this is kind of a crazy video where I've got a lot going on. Some geekitude and some games that I'm borrowing, and amazing trade with Grubgun. So yeah, very, very happy to have God of War 3 and Dissidia Final Fantasy. Now I'm going to go play some Dissidia now, so I'm going to get off here. Thanks for watching. Doom Waves out.